Hello dear students, today in science we will be starting chapter number 3, that is synthetic fibers and plastics. So here I am giving you a brief introduction of the chapter. Here are the intended learning outcomes. Differentiate between synthetic and natural fibers, that is the first point we will be studying. Discuss the process of polymerization, that means the process of polymerization we will be discussing then third one is identify different types of synthetic fibers and discuss their uses. So we will be studying the types of synthetic fiber and the uses of them. Next will be blended fibers, its explanation. Next topic will be analyze the advantages and disadvantages of synthetic fibers. Therefore in this we will be discussing the advantages and disadvantages of synthetic fibers. Then identify the types of plastics and understand their uses. Therefore in this topic the plastics, their types and their uses will be studied. Then last one is that we will be discussing the effect of plastics on the environment. So these are the learning outcomes which we will be going through in this chapter. Let's start this chapter number 3, that is synthetic fibers and plastics. Hello dear students, today we will be starting chapter number 3, that is synthetic fibers and plastics. So first of all, let us differentiate between natural fibers and synthetic fibers. Natural fibers are obtained naturally from plants and animals, for example cotton, silk, wool, etc. Whereas synthetic fibers are man-made and are entirely produced by chemicals. For example, polyester, rayon, acrylic, etc. These are made up of polymers. The synthetic fibers may have the starting product of natural origin, but further manufacturing is done synthetically, or you can say artificially, with the help of chemicals. So they are known as synthetic fibers. Polymer is a Greek word in which poly means many and mer means single unit. So when single units are joined, it creates a polymer. So polymer is a chemical substance made up of many single units, you can say, and it is the single unit is called monomer. So many monomers combine to form polymer. So the process of combining monomers to make a long chain or polymer is called polymerization. For example, polythene is a polymer of ethylene or ethine. So it is known as polyethylene. Now let's discuss the types of polymerization. There are two types of polymerization. First is linear, second is cross-linked. When monomers are linked linearly in a straight chain, as you can see in the diagram, it is called linear polymerization. Second one is cross-linked. When monomers are cross-linked with each other, that means different chains of monomers are joined or linked in the pattern shown in the diagram, then it is known as cross-linked polymerization. Now the next topic is types of synthetic fibers. So here we will be discussing the different types of synthetic fibers which we use in our daily life. So first one is rayon. It was first artificially manufactured fiber, so it is referred to as laboratory's first gift to the loom. It is less expensive and alternative to silk fiber. As we know that silk fiber or you can say pure silk is very expensive. So it is an alternative to silk fiber. Thus it is also known as artificial silk. Then the starting material for the preparation of rayon is cellulose, which is obtained from wood pulp, that is from nature. So it is also known as semi-synthetic fiber. Now here are the advantages of the synthetic fiber rayon. First is it is less expensive than silk. Second is absorbs moisture and is comfortable to wear. Third one is it blends with other fibers and can be dyed easily into different colors. Applications are, it is used to make apparels like jackets, skirts, tracksuits, ties, etc. Second is, it is used in disposable diapers and feminine hygiene products. Third is medical surgical products, tires, photographic films, etc. These all utilize rayon fibers. Then fourth one is slip cover sheets, bedspreads, etc. are also made up of rayon.